Hey guys, so I put this together yesterday, as I'm sure a lot of you saw, and I tested it out my front door, and it worked fine. I got home today from work, eager to try it out again, so I went outside to shoot it, and this happened. So I went online to see what the probable cause could be, and I guess there's a couple O-rings that could cause this. I wanted to film me fixing that. So on PB Nation, Jack Wood mentions that there are 3 O-rings that could potentially cause this, and the first one being the 20 NBR 70 on the valve body replaces with a 20x2. So I'll do that first. So I'm not fully familiar with the Gtek, but I think it's this. I think it's this O-ring. Let me make sure real quick. Took a picture of it, of the so it's called a valve chamber in the manual, but I'm assuming that's the same thing. So I think it's this O-ring right there that I need to change out to a 20x2. So let's go ahead and do that real quick. Take off that one. He said this is what you should do first. Again, I just wanted to film this to see if it was a quick fix or not. So let's find out together. I got that on there. That mic on? Okay, good. Put some lube on it. Alright, let's see if that fixes it. It's definitely not tighter to get in. So if this doesn't fix it, then there's 2 other O-rings you got to do. Okay, so that did not fix it. So he said also that you might need to swap out these other 2, which are, he wants you to change the 15 on the switch, replace it with a 16. What the hell's a switch? All right, looks like it's in here. So I'm going to take this off. This is the first time I've taken apart a Gtek bolt assembly. The switch. Okay, does this screw off? No? Sorry, I've never done this before, so I'm learning. I assume this just spins off, does it not? I really don't want to put a tool in there. Yeah, it just threads right in there. How am I supposed to get that off? Seems to be a crazy amount of lube on this thing. This was allegedly brand new from the factory. That little bastard's on there, isn't it? All right. Well, let's try one more time, I guess. All right, hang tight. I'm gonna get a strap wrench. What? No. That's too late. Okay. See if this will work. Sometimes you can just barely grab it. Not the case this time. I feel like I shouldn't have to do this. This is more like a die issue where you have to have tools to take apart a bolt. Come on now. Am I doing this wrong? Thanks, Noah. What's going on here? Bolt guide. All right, I'm struggling here. And this strap wrench is not working how it should. Okay, this is ridiculous. Come on. You don't use a tool. But this thing looks like it's already chewed up already, even though it's brand new. I just don't want to mess up those holes, but this thing is not cooperating. It's got to come screwed from right there, right? I'm not doing this wrong. Alright, bolt, you're really starting to piss me off. It's probably not even in the frame the whole time. Sorry, guys. Okay. What is going on? I'm starting to get pissed. There's a fresh part of the strap wrench. Nope. So I can grip it on anything. Oh my gosh, this should not be this complicated. I mean, it's not even complicated, it's just not. It's not counter threaded, is it? No way they would do that. I really hate using tools. That's why I'm trying desperately not to. I can just go get a channel locks and I can squeeze this thing. I can break it loose, but I really do not want to do that. I should be able just to twist this off. What the hell? All I'm doing is shredding my strap wrench. I mean, do they Loctite this on there? I don't think I can get access from this side. No, you gotta go upstairs. Turn that off, please. Turn that off, please. Alright, I need to get a tool or something. This is pissing me off. So I'm going to desperately try to do this without damaging it, because that will drive me nuts, and I'll want to sell the gun. So let's try not to damage it. Sorry if I'm doing this wrong. Let me get different channel locks that don't do that. All right, it's time to get serious. I shouldn't have to do this, right? This thing's not reverse threaded, is it? There he goes. Why do I have to do that? I mean, I don't know what to do. Okay, whatever. I like playing Eclipse's gear. That was a little unnecessary, though. What is this? That's probably from this. That's probably from my strap wrench. Yep, being shredded on these little holes. Okay. Let's clean this off. This is a mess. This is the one I replaced. Clean this off. I'm going to lube these threads so that doesn't happen again. Does that come out? It does come out. Why? Is this caked? This is something, no offense to dye, but this is something dye would do. Not Eclipse. Okay. Let's go back to this. I took screenshots of what he said because I don't. Whatever. Okay, so I did the 2x20, or 20x2, I mean, and it still did it. So now I'm going to do the forward 15 on the switch. The forward 15 on the switch. They're calling this the switch. The manual says it has a 16 in it, but apparently this is a 15. Maybe some of them shipped with a 15, I don't know. Let's swap it. Did I read that right? He wants me to change the 15 to a 16. The forward 15 NBR 70 on the switch, replace this with a 16. Manual says 16. I'm just going to assume that's a 15. So I'm going to take a 16. And we're going to put that on there. Oh, I'm assuming that was it. Oh, look at that. It was a 15 on there. So that was probably the culprit right there. Since I'm in here, I'm also going to do the last thing he suggested, which was the forward 12 on the rear of the main spool. Forward 12 on the rear of the main spool. So this is the spool on the rear of the main spool. So right there, right? The forward 12 on the rear of the main spool. Sorry, I'm making sure I'm doing this right. So this is the main spool. What? Okay, hang on. The forward 12 on the rear of the main spool. So it'll be this one. The forward 12, not the rear 12, the forward 12. Okay, so let's take this guy off and replace this with a 12. What does the manual say that is? The manual says it's a 12, but did they not ship with the 12? It looks like it shipped with almost a 13, maybe a 12. Anyway, I'm going to replace it anyway. Let's see if this works. Hopefully it works. Hopefully this helps people out. My gun worked fine yesterday. I got all horned up and wanted to shoot it today. This one like so, and then this one. Probably a better idea to put it in here, just like that. Yeah. Okay. Sorry. Again, this is my first time taking apart a Gtek. I'm just trying to figure out or remember how everything is. What's going on with this lube? With the O-rings, put that little spring deal back in there, and put this back in here, right? Yes, okay. All right, I am going to lube up these threads a little bit because I don't want to have to use a tool on my bolt. I know I've said this in previous videos, but that's my biggest issue with maintaining guns, is I do not feel as though I should have to use tools like a channel locks and whatever else. All right. Move up these O-rings here. Put this rear one on the bolt guide. I know this gun's been out for a couple years, and this is honestly my first time ever even touching the gamma core. I'll get some little bit of lube on those, but it's kind of a cool bolt assembly. All right, so that's all back together. Should that not be springy? Did I do that right? Sorry, 1 second. I remember this thing having some spring to it. Oh my gosh, what am I doing? I'm totally forgetting something. Oh, this is missing. Alright, maybe it's not a good idea to put so much lube on that, but I'm going to do it anyway. That's what I wanted to check. I want to make sure that had a return to it. Okay. So the bolt must not be affected by that. Okay. Good to know. Lube on these rear O-rings here. Sorry, I'm kind of going sloppy. I'm just trying to rush because I want to see if this fixes it, so I can post this video, because I know one guy had this issue. Just want to get it resolved. All right, here we go. Let's see if this works. Okay, so I think my issue was it did in fact have a 15 on the switch. So if you're having issues like that, that seems to be the fix. All right, I'm glad that works. I really like this gun, but believe it or not, this may be my my favorite gun in my entire collection, because I don't know, it just seems, it blows my mind how smooth it is. Okay, whoa. So, all right, hopefully that helps some people. I'm gonna upload this quick before people have issues with theirs. My issue was the 15 on the switch. Should have been a 16. I did switch this one out. I don't know if that was needed. I did switch the 12. So, all right, guys. Thanks for watching.